of rebuilding 2 years too late, according to the city.
2 years too late. I like that.
So we're in pretty good shape.
So tell me where I'm at. I'm in the town of
1523 Northwest 5th Street, Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
And your name is?
Matt.
Matt. And tell me what's going on.
We're just recovering from the flood of '08. Just celebrating a little July 4th. And
4th of July. Now, yeah, and I understand the flood took place on June 12th of 2008.
Yeah, 9
2011.
Level. Leveled out this about 7 blocks that way, and 4 blocks that way was 12 feet deep.
18 feet above the, how far was it?
Well, the levee's at, 23 feet, so it was 12 feet above that, so it's 36 feet deep.
36 feet at this point here that I'm standing at. Wow.
What took you so long to start rebuilding?
Well, with all the city's plans and what have you, always put on hold. First, you're damaged more than what you think you are, then the city comes back through, and then they tell you a year later, okay, yeah, you can rebuild. But then, of course, a year's gone by. Most people couldn't withstand that,
Right.
So they basically sold out or had to move out, due to the
or foreclosed on them or whatever it was.
Banks are crashing at that time. There wasn't people loaning money.
Right.
So unless you had 88 grade credit or 2 incomes, you were forced to live in home there for a year. So
now they did do some trailers and things like that to help some of the people, but but that wasn't very nice either, is what I heard either.
Put your way out there so you can.
You put a lien on family, and that becomes a burden on everybody else because they're struggling just as well as to meet day to day.
But you left for a while too, right?
Oh yeah, I was gone for a year. Stayed with my brother, my mother.
A little,
in Des Moines.
Yeah, I was gonna say Des Moines. I thought I heard.
And then, of course, then the water started getting high down there as soon as I got down there. So they just figured I was the wrong tiki to have around.
That's right. Then it was all your fault then. God,
Exactly.
Oh, it's Matt. Matt did it.
Exactly.
Whoo! So good thing you didn't come to Arizona then.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
I tan real easy, and I hear down there, no green card, no pass.
There you go. That's good. Trying to help out,
Yeah.
Tell them how much help you've had.
Well, we don't qualify for help because we're in the zoned areas.
So what is
zone?
So when you say zoned area, what does that mean to me?
It's where the wall is supposed to come right straight through here.
The
So
wall from
half
who?
of that is the wall,
What wall?
and this is
From
going to
who?
be the construction zone, the levee wall.
From
One of the plans, the
from
first
the
plan.
Army Corps of Engineers.
Yeah.
Is it the city that did it? Or the...
Well, that's the confusing part because nobody was really in control to begin with. I mean, there was 3 different plans. People had the city, then they had the Corps, and then of course, people had homes.
Right.
So their plan was to rebuild. The city's plan never came really out because they just weren't experienced in that kind of devastation.
Right.
So they basically were just waiting for federal guidance.
Tell us what to do and.
But then, of course, if it takes you 5 days to get clean water to the Superdome,
Right.
you better not count on the federal government bailing you out of deep waters.
And from what I read, and again, coming from Scottsdale, Arizona, the help was really from the people, not from the city.
Yeah, you basically, some people got carried away. That's why some of the homes had to get torn down, because nobody had any guidance, on how to do a flood,
Right, or how to tear
If you
that.
get crazy and tear down your home, then you don't have nothing to rebuild.
Right.
So basically, you got to kind of take it slow first, but then you got to be aggressive. But the city, never really gave options well enough for people who want to not live back here. If you were, some of us were insured. 600 out of 4,000 people were insured.
600 out of 4,000 were insured.
Had flood
Wow.
insurance.
Right.
And then there's a lot of people stating that you couldn't buy flood insurance in certain spots, which I don't understand that. They always told me I could buy floods.
Because even after the last flood 5 years ago, they had flood insurance, right?
Yeah.
If you were outside of a floodplain,
They were telling them they couldn't purchase
Purchase
you're
it.
in one, they can't deny it.
They can purchase it after the last flood, or
Well, before the flood, some people said they tried to purchase flood insurance,
right?
and said they were denied because they were outside the floodplain.
Okay, okay.
So
Yeah, the
And then they were flooded.
Yeah, the flood went outside. It made it outside of
The
the
500
range of
year.
where a 500-year floodplain was.